All right, what's going on, everyone? Welcome in. I'm Farzin Vasugian, recapping the first half between the Chiefs and the Commanders. I told you guys, I said it was going to be a close first half, and that's exactly what we're getting right now as the Chiefs and Commanders tied at 7. Kind of a weird game, too. Right now, if we're being honest, Marcus Mariota outplaying Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes has just 89 passing yards, whereas Mariota 155 yards, a touchdown. Mahomes has 2 picks on this one. Mariota has a pick. It's kind of a weird game because both teams committed turnovers in this game. Washington, more turnover on downs, and then they both, before the end of the half drive right there that ended in downs, both teams got a touchdown drive there late in the second quarter. So, kind of a weird game. And if you're wondering for Kansas City, a lot of things are not working in the passing game. And I would say, really, the first time since the first half of the Chargers game in Brazil, I would say this is the first time we've seen this pass offense stagnant. And they should be better than that, especially at full strength. I know with Mike Caliendo, Jalen Moore playing in this game, you're missing your 2 offensive linemen, Josh Simmons and Trey Smith, your Pro Bowl right guard, rather. I will say, I don't think the offensive line, is it good? No, it's not. But I don't think that's been the cause of Kansas City struggles in this game. I thought Mahomes threw a really bad pass when he was looking for Hollywood Brown earlier in the game after the opening drive where Mike Danna got the interception off of Deebo Samuel's hand, and then the one off Kelsey's hand. Now Kelsey made up for it with 2 big receptions on the following drive. But I feel like there are opportunities being missed from both sides. I think that's what whoever ends up losing this game, I think they're going to look back in the first half and look at some of the missed opportunities there. I know people always want to talk about the last 5 or the last 2 minutes of a game, but I think you're going to have to look back at the first half and see why things were not working for Kansas City. And I think some of the bad plays, like a short pass to Kelsey, but behind the line of scrimmage, that weird screen pass to Rashee Rice, those never work. And I heard Troy Aikman say, oh, Andy Reid's great at these. A lot of these don't tend to work for Kansas City. And I think sometimes they telegraph some of those things in games. So hopefully the Chiefs can find a way to be better about that. Justin is saying Chris Jones is lazy. I've been specifically watching him. He's had numerous times one-on-one. Once he realized he quits on a play. Yeah. I'm back on the see, Louisa says run the football. This is what I'm wondering. Like, when the Chiefs run the ball, it does work. So if the Chiefs were to continue doing that, listen, Kareem Hunt, I know he's mainly for short yardage situations, but he gets a couple of extra yards whenever they call for him to gain just 1 or 2 yards, ends up getting a couple more. He's 3 for 11 in this game. Pacheco's 4 of 17. Mahomes, obviously, quarterback scrambles will help inflate the numbers a little bit, but Pacheco and Hunt combined, they're averaging about 4 yards a carry here. So I'm curious why the Chiefs are not willing to run them more. I mean, the longest run from either is 6 yards, but that's only off 7 carries. Pacheco has 4, Kareem Hunt has 3. So I'd be curious to see if the Chiefs were to run, if they were going to decide to run the ball more in the second half. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, Michael says they forgot to run. Of course, that always happens. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I see a lot of the comments about Jalen Moore and Mike Caliendo, but I think, listen, if Kansas City takes better care of the football in that first half, I don't think we're talking too much about the offensive line here. I think that's got to be cleaned up. One thing, and I talked about this morning, I've been talking about this for days. I said George Karlaftis needs to have a big game, and he's having a pretty good game. He did have a missed sack at one point, should have had that second sack, but he's been getting after Mariota on that touchdown play to Terry McLaurin, which was a pretty good play, which they reviewed to make sure if he was in bounds or not, and he was. On that play, they double-teamed Karlaftis, and it took a long time for that play to develop because no one was getting open, but Mariota eventually found McLaurin all by himself, and I think that's a Shamari Connor issue there. I'm starting to feel a little concerned about his job security with the team because Shamari Connor has been allowing a lot of these this season, so I'd like to see the Chiefs tighten up in that area, and I don't know what it's going to take. Christian Fulton, he's on the team. They keep making him inactive, so I am curious to see if he gets an opportunity anytime soon because if we're being honest, Connor is not getting the job done. Yeah, they're working on George Karlaftis. He's been double teamed a couple of times, and they picked a really good time to double team him on that touchdown play there. They're only one of the game. Obviously, both sides only have one touchdown, one score. But Kansas City's got to be better about that. I listen. Both sides have missed opportunities in this one. I think Kansas City has had certainly more missed opportunities. Washington's moving the ball well, really, really well. So, and Andy Reid, he always defers when winning a coin toss. So, the good news is Kansas City is going to get the ball to start the second half, so they have an opportunity to get a score here. But Washington has one more first down than the Chiefs. As far as total play goes, 3 more plays, about 40 or so yards. Time of possession by almost 4.5 minutes in favor of the Commanders. Yeah, a lot of things that the Commanders are doing, they're doing right. The only thing is, I think they just would have wished for a better outcome on the scoreboard at halftime right now. Yeah, 86 yards for Patrick Mahomes. That's got to change. I agree. Justice says worst Thornton been the last 2 games. I mean, listen, he's out there, but they're just with Rice and Worthy back. You're just not seeing him as often. And that's the other thing too. With all the depth they have at the wide receiver position, you would think, and the speed they possess, you would think they'd be better about this, and will certainly find ways to get open. And we haven't seen that. So I'd be curious to see how the Chiefs defense comes out, because you can't let all this speed go to waste like this. You need to throw the Worthy and Rice more. I mean, and again, they're not showing a lot of the replays, so I don't know if they're not getting open or what the deal is. But yeah, Noah Williams, I'd like to see more of him. I agree. And Terry McLaurin's not really having that great of a game. I mean, outside of that one catch, which was a touchdown grab, they've been giving him issues all game long, especially at the line of scrimmage. So, and you could tell that's something Kansas City was just ready for in this one. Yeah, the virtual measurement. Yeah, wasn't that supposed to go against Kansas City? No, funny how that all works. What I don't understand is why don't we use Brashard Smith more? I mean, listen, they're not running much anyway, so I don't know what that matters. Yeah, Kelsey's got to look, man. We love Kelsey, obviously, but he's got to hold on to that. That's the second time this year he's allowed a ball to go off his hands for an interception. Yeah, I wish there was a way that they would track how many snaps players are playing live. I'd be curious to see, because I don't pay attention to that every single snap. I don't have that tracked down, but yeah, I mean, you've got Thornton, you've got Juju, who got involved. He had that one catch on third down, if I remember correctly. So he's been getting involved a little bit. Yeah, it was a catch for 5 yards. Hollywood does not have a catch in this game. Worthy has 1 for 27. That was that big play that he had. Rice, just 2 catches, 6 yards. I know he had that run as well, so they've been trying to utilize him in different ways, trying to get him to score. And the Wildcat came pretty close, but yeah, they're not getting a lot of guys involved. That's the frustration. You've got Kelsey with 4 catches, 6 targets. Worthy's been targeted 3 times, Rice twice, Juju once, Hollywood once, and that was on that interception there for Hollywood. Yeah, those are the only 5 guys who have been targeted for the Chiefs. Mariota's completed a pass to 7 different pass catchers in this game. So that's got to change for sure. Okay, looks like they're coming back in less than 2 minutes. So we're going to try to get, Mariota, a thorn in Kansas City side. Who's been wide open all night? The Commanders definitely, it always seems like they have one player that's always getting wide open on every play. Mahomes leads the league, or not the league, the team in rushing yards again. Yeah, would not be a Chiefs game if that wasn't happening. I got to start putting that on the bingo card. How is the bingo card going? Pretty good. We don't have a bingo yet. I'm actually trying to pull it up right now because there are 5 spots that are filled on my count. I don't think Taylor Swift has been shown. Tyquan Thornton has not done anything super cool yet. Karlaftis came very close to getting 2 sacks. I would imagine at the pace he's playing, he's bound to get 1 more. Yeah, I still think the Chiefs are going to win this game. But I said before the game, guys, on this pregame live chat, I said this is going to be a close first half. Can't get closer than a tie, obviously. Hey, real quickly, for those of you watching live, greatly appreciate you guys. Come back after the game because we are going to do the Chiefs Zone podcast live. We'll recap the game. I'll have the link for you guys to call in. Just click on the link, turn on your audio, turn on your video, put in your name, and we will chat it up after the game. If you're not able to call, if it's too late, if the kids are asleep, if the wife, husband, whoever you're with, if they're asleep, you can't make too much noise. Hey, totally understand. Feel free to comment during the game. We'll try to read as many of those as we can afterwards. Once again, I'm Farzin Vousoughian. I will talk to you all after the game on the Chiefs Zone podcast. Join me then. Enjoy the second half.